Hey guys, Spud here, as always, and today I wanted to bring you guys a kind of off-the-cuff channel update. I'm sure you guys have noticed that lately, the last month or so, my channel's been a little bit sparse on content, and there's a couple reasons for that, and I wanted to go over those reasons with you guys now so that you guys didn't think, oh, Spud Knocker's going away or something like that. In fact, I would say it's quite the contrary. I've made quite a few investments into the channel to make things better going forward in the future, and I would certainly see a good outlook for the channel and things like that coming down the road here. But there are some reasons that content on my channel has been a little bit sparse lately. Some reasons that have to deal with me personally, as well as some reasons that have to do with DCS World as a whole. So first, let's talk about DCS World as a whole. And if any Eagle Dynamics dev or any third-party dev watches this video, please do not take this the wrong way. I don't mean it in that way. It's just a matter-of-fact statement, and it just has to do with what DCS World is, and partially one of the reasons why we love it, and, you know, kind of rip out our hair sometimes. And so, of course, as everybody knows, the F-16C Fighting Falcon released for DCS World back in October, and then shortly after that we got the JF-17 Thunder. And after those two releases, particularly after the F-16 release, I believe the stability of DCS World went pretty far downhill. And of course, I know that we all pretty much play the de facto version of DCS World is the open beta, and it is a beta, and of course that's kind of our, you know, community shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit, you know, expecting the beta to be perfect, whereas the stability of the release version is always much better. But because we're super duper airplane nerds and whatnot, we want to have the best, coolest new stuff on our jets and the coolest new jet and all this stuff. So it's just kind of the way it is, and that's totally fine. I'm not knocking DCS World for that at all, or any devs or anything like that. It's just the way it is. We enjoy the beta because we like the new stuff. And so the stability of this open beta was fantastic prior to the release of the F-16. DCS World frame rates were fantastic, the stability was fantastic, you could do tons of stuff in multiplayer, and everything would be totally hunky-dory all the time. It would just work and work and work and work. You know, of course you get the occasional crash because it is DCS and it's an indie game and it's made by smaller developers and things like that, and that's to be expected. But ever since the F-16 released in particular, the stability of DCS World, like I said, has kind of gone downhill a bit. And as a result of that, things have been more difficult to make videos with as a result of that, especially in multiplayer. We've probably run, since the F-16 released, I've personally built and run about, I want to say 6 or 7 missions over, you know, 6 or 7 weekends, and only one of those missions has actually made it out of, you know, was flown successfully, and that was with older airplanes. I kind of got tired of trying to deal with the new stuff and went back to making a mission of all F-14s and F-16s and Harriers, or sorry, FA-18s and Harriers. And the stability, of course, went right back up. There were no crashes, nobody crashed out, all this kind of stuff, and thus the video could be posted online. Now, I will say that
Alright, alignment's ready to go.
This has kind of been a problem on my end as well as the DCS World end. I've been upgrading some hardware and things like that, and I've had my own PC crashes that have ruined perfectly stable multiplayer sessions and things like that, and corrupted video files and things like that, but it's all just kind of the stuff we got to deal with, and that was quite a disappointment because we flew a really beautiful and fantastic F-16 based mission where we had 30 F-16s flying together in a giant strike package, and we hit a target. We were trying to emulate the strike package Q, kind of the historical Gulf War mission of F-16s going downtown to Baghdad in broad daylight with a whole bunch of F-16s, and you know, it was awesome. It went down perfectly, the mission worked great, and then we were coming back, we were air-to-air refueling, getting these beautiful shots of F-16s air-to-air refueling together, probably 8 F-16s all on one tanker together, taking turns refueling, everyone doing really well, really great shots. And then as soon as I got released from the tanker, boom, my PC crashed for whatever reason. We believe, looking at logs and things like that, it was a memory leak in the textures or 3D model of one of the external fuel tanks on the F-16, and because my whole PC crashed out, the video file was corrupted and all this stuff, and that was very, very disappointing because that was such an incredible DCS World mission that we all flew together. It was a ton of fun. We were getting beautiful shots. It was really great. It was one of those things that, one of those DCS World missions where you really wish that it could come out and been able to post it on YouTube, because I would have probably rewatched that mission multiple times myself just because it was so much fun and really went really well. So that was really disappointing. Couldn't recover that corrupted video file and whatnot, and so as a result, like I said, we've had a lot of missions that have been failures lately as a result of hardware, of software, of bugs within DCS World, all these kinds of things kind of all coming together. And of course, you know, there hasn't been many updates to the open beta lately because, of course, Russian holidays for Eagle Dynamics, of course, holidays for the guys in Europe as well as here in the US. Things like that that have kind of slowed things down. And then kind of on my end personally, I've been incredibly busy with my professional life lately. And of course, you know, I don't do this video thing for a living, that's for sure. I do it because I love to make videos and I love to bring you guys new information, and I love to share my, you know, my knowledge about stuff and help the community grow and make missions for the community and all this stuff because I love it. I love DCS World, and I think that we can all attest that the frustrations of DCS World and the crashes and the issues and all these things can really bring us together, and you know, only the most persistent and the biggest aviation geeks in the world would tolerate all the stuff that happens with DCS World. And you know what, even with all that stuff, I would say that I would still absolutely love DCS World. It is pretty much a dream come true in terms of what it does and how it works and all these things, and I really wouldn't trade it for anything else. Maybe I would trade it for, you know, a bit more stability like it was before that F-16 release, but you know what, beggars can't be choosers, and I love making DCS videos and I love flying in DCS. I love the guys in the community. I love the aviation geekery that goes on in my Discord platform and all that stuff. So yeah, so I'm here to stay for a while, and just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, I'm not going away or anything like that. It's just been a little bit sparse, but, you know, as soon as we get new features for the F-16 and all this stuff, I'll be back to making tutorials and things like that, and I really can't wait. And that's why I've kind of pulled back to do more kind of meta videos, like building videos about evading SAMs and things like that lately, as because there's not so much in terms of the small minutia that's being updated and integrated into DCS World right now, or things like that. So once we get things like Mavericks and stuff like that for the F-16, of course I'm going to hop on and make some videos about that. So just want to give you guys an update there, and if you guys have any videos or any topics that you guys want me to cover, sound off in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, all these kinds of things, and so as kind of an example of what's been going on lately, I figured I would put this little update video with some footage in the background of the latest mission that we flew, which I put a lot of work into this mission, and hopefully it was going to be really great. And to kind of show off this kind of investment that I put in my channel, and for you guys flying missions and stuff like that with me, I have a new dedicated server hardware here, and it decided to take a dump on me, and that's completely and totally my own fault. And in terms of the hardware issue that we suffered, the mission was starting to go great. We were in F-16s. The F-16 was nice and stable and working correctly. We only had one little issue with a external fuel tank being empty on the ground for some reason. Not totally sure where that came from, but you know, we're flying along, and then of course, you know, I guess I hadn't played with the settings correctly on my dedicated server, and PC decided to go to sleep due to inactivity, and booted everyone from the server, of course, including myself. And so it's kind of funny in hindsight, but man, I really pulled my hair out yesterday because we were having so much fun. It was working. SRS was working well. The jets were working well. It was at night. People were having fun. And then, boom, everyone's gone because my stupid PC decided to go to sleep. But, you know, the power settings have all been changed and all that stuff, and they're ready to get them next time. But as you can see, it's been a huge learning curve these last few weeks of getting a dedicated server up and running, paired with all the other things I've already mentioned here, has caused the channel to be a little bit sparse in terms of, you know, actual content coming out. So please bear with me, and like I said, thank you guys so much for supporting my channel, supporting me. Huge thanks to the patrons out there who helped make this dedicated server possible. And yeah, so hope to see you guys fly in the friendly skies out in DCS soon. Feel free to join my Discord and all of that good jazz, and go talk about airplanes and talk about potential DCS missions and having fun and flying and just enjoying this awesome simulator. So I just wanted to give you guys a big update here and let you guys know what's been going on. And hopefully we get some new updates here. Get some new stuff for the F-16, get some new stuff rolling in terms of tutorials and things like that, and we'll be good to go. So thanks a lot, guys, and fly safe as always. Copy.
And field 2 flight clear the active pushing to rest waypoint 1. Let's just take off in groups of 2.
Roger. Colt's rolling. Here we go.
You ready for it? We're ready. Okay, brakes, middle, and release. Push up to burn. Rotate.
One's coming right towards waypoint 1. I'm at 320 indicated.
What altitude you guys aiming for?
Oh, let's go for 20,000. I'm at 350 indicated. I'll stay there. I'm passing just east of the Verge.
Oh, I got you in my sights.
Roger.
Hard flight, holding short for Chevy.
So I see my chicks in tow behind me on the HSD.
Check, Colton. Hi, I slipped. I'll be taking off relatively soon. Wait, was that you that crashed?
Oh, someone crashed?
Yeah, I did. I rolled on takeoff, so I'll be up in a second.
Roger. Go ahead and bust her towards waypoint 1.
Wait, then who's flying in formation with Spud right now?
I don't see anyone in formation with me.
Okay, I'm looking at the wrong person.
Roger.
Forward flight, taking the active.
Oh, you're ahead of me, actually, right now, bro. I'm looking on the HSD here.
You're right.
I'm roughly at your 7 o'clock.
Chevy flight taxiing from ramp to active runway. Yeah, I got a visual on you. I'm just gonna slow down.
Yeah, copy that. I got a little slow. I'm at 335 indicated.
Forward flight, rolling. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't just look at my HSD.
Yeah, that usually helps.
Dark Star. I just saw a flight at 2 and I was like, oh, it must be there. I'm approaching flight level 200.
Springfield flight taking the active.
All flights be advised as strike lead. I've got an IFF contact of hostile. Looks like he's out and heading to the west of our strike package. Roughly about 40 miles out.
I'm off the deck. Heading waypoint.
Copy. Head waypoint 1.
I'm going pretty slow, waiting for you guys to get ahead of me, and then I'll reform up. What's your flight level?
Flight level 200.
Well, I went to space. I'll be there soon. Strike lead, Enfield 2.
Go strike lead.
Can you confirm that we're going, cap is going between waypoint 2 and 3?
Stand by, Enfield.
Springfield flight is wheels up.
Enfield, strike,
Anything to be aware of?
Enfield, we got cap station between 2 and 3.
Roger, thank you for the confirmation, strictly.
I
Something to be aware of with the F-16 right now is it will show friendlies as bogeys and bogeys as friendlies.
Roger that.
Sometimes.
Roger that. All flights be aware, strike lead has a incorrect IFF contact on our AWACS. That is not a hostile IFF contact.
Advisory, strike lead, AWACS will call out wrong things. Be wary, you need to manually IFF things before you call out hostile and friendly. But with the F-16.
Roger that.
F-16s will also show up as hostile to everybody else. Flight passing waypoint 2, we're holding 25,000, pushing through waypoint, or sorry, we're passing, we're pushing through waypoint 2, going to establish gap. Yeah, it's only on data links.
Yeah, that's a pretty craptastic bug.
I'm 20 miles from you. What's your speed, Spud?
I'm at 350 indicated.
Copy. Currently rocking one of you, don't worry.
I got a buddy spike F-16.
Yeah, that's me. Second floor, just trying to locate which one of you clusters is, you guys?
That's me. Looks like I got one of you guys on my wing, on my left wing. Yep, you guys are showing up as hostile behind me. Make sure you get your laser code put in.
That's real awkward. Are our bombs set to that laser code already?
Yep, they are.
That's a clip. Okay, thank God.
Yep. I got you, buddy. Alright, one's pushing towards waypoint 2. That's gonna be the first edge of our kill box. Strike Lead's got Mud Spike, SA2. Uzi Flight, you're cleared for 1 harm on that SA2.
Uzi copies.
Hope Flight's fenced in.
SA2. Strike Lead, Uzi has radar contact. Bandits, 70 miles, near waypoint 2 direction.
Copy that.
The TGP code, right? Uzi is that LST as well.
Just a TGP.
The LST is what you transmit when you're doing like a laser search? Yes.
All flights be advised, we got 2 SA2s in the air.
Strike lead Enfield, we've got a 3-ship bandit group, 31,000 feet climbing, over what looks to be waypoint 3. However, they're within SAM nets.
Roger that. Go ahead and engage them. Make sure you're positive they're not friendly F-16s, so we're having an IFF issue.
Airkeep in Iran, or whatever country we're in right now.
Copy that. Ray gun.
Uzi is radar contact bandits, 60 miles, near waypoint 3.
Uh-oh. Connection timed out.